done it. Geometry has done it. They have implemented something that was genuinely in request for such a long time that I'm honestly amazed. Geometry added official modding support. We can now add NSO, we can now add dailies, we can now add any mod that we want to on the Steam official Steam Stormworks page. And I'm so excited. You might be new to seeing Perspective me this. I have made a couple of videos before where I showed my face. Hi, I'm Zoe. I'm also known as Tonyu on the internet. I do a lot of game development gigs, and in this case, I am here as a representative of the Stormworks modding community. And honestly, Gemota, thank you so much. I'm honestly amazed. I'm honestly over the moon. It's been a long time coming, and it warranted me jumping out of one meeting and just getting home and making sure to make this video just to add a bit to the hype and relishing the hype that I see in the community right now. So, what's happened? Well, like I said, Geomata added Stormworks modding support. Not add-ons. Add-ons were already in the game. Add-ons were already on the Steam Workshop. Add-ons were missions. Add-ons were placing your own vehicles onto the Stormworks world. No, I'm meaning actual mods. Mods that can change the islands. Mods that can change the world. Mods that can add or modify different blocks, voxels in the Stormworks editor. If you haven't ever engaged with that, I'm going to do a quick rundown right now what you can actually expect, hopefully on the Steam Workshop in the next month. And for my part, the NSO will be updated, I can tell you that. And I might actually do a stream soon where I update a lot of the other minor mods that I made over the last 3.5 years of being in this wonderful community. Alright, so let's take a quick look at what's actually possible right now. So, most of the modding workflow, to my knowledge, hasn't really been changed that much. What we can change is meshes, textures, shaders, audio, component definitions, and tile definitions. Basically what we've already been able to create and modify. How you do this is honestly pretty simple. The game already used XMLs. Right now we can add another mod.xml in the mod folder. And that will describe everything that your mod is. You give it a name, make sure that it's a unique name. You give it a author, as well right here. You put your name, author, username, and a little short description. That will be displayed onto the Steam Workshop. Right here. Right, my mods, that's there. Alright, modifying content. You can modify XML, shader files, that's GLSV and GLSF. Using any SDK, using any text editor, Notepad, but also VS Code, and anything else that you want to actually modify them in. You know, as long as you can save it, as long as you can edit the code that's there, it works. They've shown here an example of a definition, a block definition, and being able to modify that, change that. Wonderful, absolutely peach. Component definitions, yeah, right here. We have voxels, they explain how this works. I'll probably maybe do a tutorial real soon about how all of this works as well. If not, maybe other creators will do this as well. But this is just the default way of us having been doing this for the last 3.5 years. Compiling assets. So previously Leopard made the Leopard command line tool for modding, specifically for changing meshes, for tile validation, for making physics. Geomata has also now released their own official converter for that, or compiler for that, as they called it. That is, if everything is right now, in Steam, Stormworks, SDK, Software Development Kit. So you can open that, you can run the H compiler, and then you actually do everything that you do right here. Mesh compiler, temperature program.dia, that's a thing that you can export in, for example, Photoshop. I have to correct myself here. I said Photoshop, I meant Blender or any other 3D modeling software. the file is a collada file, which is a standard 2D model. And then you go and put it down in mods, meshes, components, and then it will create whatever mesh, whatever physics or whatever texture you want to create. Awesome. And then playing it is as simple as just going to that world that you want to play or that you want to actually create and add one of the mods that you have either made yourself and is saved onto your local machine, or you've taken from a workshop. And every world will have its own set of mods that you can edit, that you can add, that you can use. That also includes servers. What's more exciting even is that if you have the experimental branch, you can already start working on this. In fact, I've already seen people place their mods onto the Steam Workshop right here. We have beginner making the tutorial block, and then the very first mod, my mod by Thunder Little, which good work in record time. It's yeah. Props to the people that already started doing this. I don't have the time. Instead, I'm putting the time into actually making this video and being super excited. Now, what does this mean for modding in general? Well, for at least the NSO team and for me, I have a lot of mods that I want to now port, that I want to fix, that I want to finish up and want to actually send to the Steam Workshop so people can use it. There's a lot of projects that I started working on that I might be finished over the last 3 years. Now I can put it onto the Steam Workshop. NSO will get, of course, an update. It's going to be a bit slower because it's NSO. It's a big mod, multiple developers on it, but hopefully that will be there soon as well. And hopefully this will, in the broader sense, get the community to actually start experimenting with mods, to start actually making mods, and start being open to actually downloading and using and creating mods, because that's honestly what we've been lacking in the community, in the Stormworks community, in the Stormworks modding community specifically. We make a mod and then people download it, but it's only the modding community, and then they face problems doing that online or changing between mods. None of that anymore. You can just open one game, say I'm gonna play with Thales and I'm gonna play with NSO and I'm gonna enjoy my time, and then next step is you start playing a game with a friend and it's completely vanilla, or the friend wants to play with some military mod that they wanted to play with, or they wanted to have minified cranks. As well, you can now hopefully quickly, easily download both Opal, both Thales, both NSO on Mac, which I know was previously not possible. Final thoughts. First of all, thank you, Jomata. This was genuinely necessary. I think this was, by me and by several others for at least 3.5 years, something that we desperately asked for and desperately wanted for the community itself. Now we can actually put on our mods and we don't have to worry about things that feel unsafe or things that feel unclear to some users. Now we can actually make sure that people can quickly select and unselect the mods they want to use for that game specifically. And now we can just not have to worry about all of those things. We can just start modding. I wish all of the modders that are currently already thinking or working towards making and porting their mods to the Stormworks page, the Steam Stormworks page, the best of success, the best of luck, and the best of happiness, because this just seems like such a fun thing. I'm gonna join you hopefully soon, and I'm really excited for the next stage of Stormworks. Yeah, that's all I can say. Thanks.